Hi plums, and welcome back to my channel. So I've seen that my motivational videos have quite gotten the hype on my YouTube channel. Therefore, I decided to start mixing and matching my motivational videos with my makeup tutorials, and then that way I don't have to repeat the same thing over and over, video after video. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the trap of social media and comparing ourselves. Ouch, that hit me. I don't know if it hit you, but if it did, or if you like this makeup look, don't miss this video and let's get ready together. So this is not new. I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Water Blend Foundation in shade R250. I'm going to apply it all over my face, and well, I have a massive sit right here, so I definitely need to cover that up. I didn't bring my beauty blender, so I'm going to be using this tubby blush brush. No, just kidding. It's a powder brush. So I tap that all over my skin. And as we mentioned, today's topic is about comparing ourselves with other people. The reason why I wanted to talk about this, it's because, well, hello, sit. And sometimes whenever we are on social media, or we're looking at magazines, or we're going through, I don't know, websites or whatever, there is so many things in this world that can just make it so easy for us to compare ourselves to other people. What we don't know, that we actually do know, because, well, it's all over everywhere, is that sometimes that person that we're looking at isn't real. Not that she's not real as a person, but she's a celebrity, she's a model, she's a blogger. We all know that aesthetically, we want perfection. Whomever tells you that they want real, dude, they're lying. And this might be kind of controversial, because you might be thinking, no, I want real, but it's like men when they say they like women that look natural, and then they like you better when you're wearing makeup. They just mean they don't like plasters on your faces. The same thing happens to us. Oh, I want real. No. You want something that's aesthetically real, something that looks real, or at least appears to be real. But in reality, there's so much production behind that realness. Okay, so as I said, like 2 videos ago, I prefer applying creams first and then powder. And I'm going to apply it everywhere with imperfections, especially where I have zits. Hello. So guys, honestly, if this kind of topic overwhelms you, I uploaded a video that is about signs of a burnout and how to avoid it. I highly recommend it to you, because that also works when you're feeling overwhelmed about comparing yourself to somebody. Sometimes all that comparison has to really do with anxiety, or because you're tired or you're burnt out. Either way, here's a link, or here, I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but either way, one of these two is a link so that you guys can watch it, and I'm sure it's going to work wonders. Anyway, so now we put the concealer, which was J&K concealer in shade 01. Social media is what makes everything in life look like a parallel universe. You know, a universe that doesn't really exist. Everything looks so effortless in social media, when in reality, we don't know all that process that the people went through to get to where they are. So then I take my powder foundation by Finding Maquillaje. It's in shade 01. I take a little bit and I top off the excess. And of course, it's not easy not comparing ourselves to other people. I mean, unless we live in the desert with no Wi-Fi, or we're like, I don't know, something else, then it's pretty much impossible for us not to have social media, especially if we're not a model, a celebrity, an influencer, or an athlete that have their full day covered with work. No, my friends, we're normal people. So obviously the first thing we do, because we aspire to so much, is go through social media and start stalking. Okay, then I'm gonna take my Tarte Cosmetics Tarte Pro Glow to Go palette, and I'm going to go to the bronzer, which is in shade Chisel. And I'm going to be taking my angled contour brush. Oh no, it's just a contour buffing brush. I don't know why sometimes that kind of British accent lips out of my mouth. That is like so wrong, because I'm not even British. So I am going to mark this everywhere where I want to contour, remember of doing the little 3. Don't worry, it's not gonna look like this in the end. I'm obviously going to blend. So now I take my angled contour brush. Seriously, is the word contour the problem? But you see, I'm saying contour alone and it works fine. But when I say it with another word before or after, then it sounds like British, and that's very wrong. Okay, so we blend. Obviously, as normal people that we are, we scroll through social media. Isn't that what we all do with our free time? Especially during the pandemic, that there's not really much to do right now, am I right, my friends? Or you could start your own YouTube channel and start filming videos. Hello, there's a thought. Anyway, if you don't want to start your own YouTube channel, of course, you're gonna be watching Netflix, talking, or eating, or drinking, or, well, that's pretty much like the 4 pillars. And so we move on to our blush. This is Chanel Rouge Profonde in shade 320. I take my blush brush, tap off the excess, and I put it on my cheeks. And then I'm gonna be taking my highlighter by Nicole Miller. This is kind of pinkish, so it definitely works with the look I'm trying to achieve. Pink, everything, am I right? So as we're scrolling through that perfect social media life, do you guys think I have voice for like voiceovers and stuff? Because I've always wanted to do that. And I used to do it a little bit in, you know, college, but I never really pursued it because it doesn't pay very well. I would definitely want to implement it in my life, but not as a full-time job. Well, at least in Mexico it doesn't pay well. Probably in the US or Canada it does. But here, it doesn't. So as we start scrolling through that perfect social media life. Anyway, back to the social media life. While we blend this with our finger, we obviously start looking at this easy, perfect, happy, flawless life. And all we can think of is, why is that not me? You look at their perfect bodies and their perfect clothes and their perfect life, and they're always laughing with their friends. When in reality, that perfect photo has a huge story behind it. You don't know if that girl starved to look bikini ready in that picture. You don't know if those clothes are really hers or his. I saw this video on Facebook. I think it was by Jay Shetty, in which he kind of bashes a little bit this whole perfect life. He's not precisely talking about influencers per se, but he is showing this couple that wanted to seem to be perfect. So they would always go and buy clothes, designer clothes. They would go to like expensive streets to look for luxurious cars and take pictures with it, or they would rent a car for a day, or they would go to fancy restaurants to prove that they were there, and then they would pretend that the food had a hair, that the food had an animal, whatever, an insect, so that they could get the food for free. And then they would return the clothes, and then they would return the car, and then you would see their house, and it was, well, didn't really match their reality, or at least the reality they wanted for you to perceive. So this is the thing. You can never truly believe what happens on social media. And let's move on to the eyes, shall we? So I'm going to be using my new Light palette by Huda Beauty. Here it is. And if I'm honest with you, yes, I have a blog. And yes, this palette took me so much hard work to buy. Even though some people, it's like, oh, it's only like, what was it, $36? Or was it $26? Anyway, the point is that for me, it was pricey. For some people, they're like, cash it, you know? Swipe it. My reality is that I'm not that kind of person, so I always try to be a bit more real in my videos. But I have to admit, I do like to travel, I do like to post food photos, and if I go to a nice place, I'm obviously gonna share it. I mean, I'm human. Take our eyeshadow brush, and then we take this light pink over here. So we take it, we tap off the excess, and we start tapping it on top of our eye. So yes, don't believe everything that you see on social media. Don't judge either. And this that I'm gonna tell you is not easy, but try to see everything with an objective eye, you know, like without adding any labels. Whenever you look at it, try to see it as just a photo. Try for it not to get to you, and don't think about their life not matching yours. But what I am gonna say is that if you want to change your reality, then work for it. Just don't obsess over it, and don't let other people's happiness get to you. because I'm not saying everything on social media is fake. Sometimes people really are that rich. Sometimes they really are that in love, or they really are that happy. But that's what I'm telling you. We never know the reality. Therefore, don't be fooled, don't judge, and the world is big enough for everybody to succeed. Don't let other people's success make you miserable. Become jealous or envious of that. Instead of letting those negative feelings consume you, then you should make those negative feelings into something positive. What? You want to have that car? You want to have that dress? You better work. Do something to change your reality. And if material and superficial things really aren't your thing, then don't scroll through them. It's really funny when people go like, I hate her so much. Or they start commenting negative things on other people's Instagram profiles. And it's like, dude, if you don't like me, then don't follow me. Dude, if you don't like her or him, then don't follow them. As simple as that. So then we take our crease brush, and I'm gonna be taking this brown over here. And whenever you see that social media is getting to you, turn off your phone for a bit. Go out for a walk, meditate. So, I don't know. Just something to distract you from whatever is causing you pain in the moment. Because the last thing we want is for you to suffer, especially for something so insignificant like social media. Okay, so I'm a very big fan of glitter, so I want to add glitter today. And I'm gonna be taking this pink one in the corner over here. Huda Beauty shimmery eyeshadows are like heaven. So apply it with your finger and it's gonna look so much. But then so that it doesn't look too glittery, I'm gonna be putting a little bit more of the brown on top. I mean, not on top of the shadow, but on top of the crease, you get me? Beautiful, my friends, beautiful. Okay, let's go with the brown. So the story is quite simple. We've all fallen through the social media trap, and it's hurt all of us. Especially nowadays, I feel for teenagers, I mean even for us millennials, but more for teenagers, so hard to grow up. I mean, it's a constant comparison. I remember how I looked when I was a teenager versus how teenagers look nowadays. I'm like, dude, you look my age and I'm 28. I'm gonna take a little bit of this purple with my eye tapper crease brush, and I'm going to put that in the middle of the eye on the separation line that separates the crease from the lid on. Okay, I still have not learned my eye part names, but I promise you that by next video I will. Et voilà les amis, c'est tout. But now we're missing mascara. So I'm gonna be taking my Sumptuous Extreme Volume Mascara by Estée Lauder in shade Extremely Black, like my soul. I'm gonna be doing twirlies, but if you allow me, I don't really want to speak in this part of the video because it's just gonna be so complicated for me to do my lashes. So I'll be right back. Guys, I just realized I forgot my brows. So I'm gonna be taking this brow powder by PALI Maquillaje. It's in shade Chocolate. It even smells like chocolate. Just kidding. So I take my eyeliner brush, this is the big one, and I'm gonna take a little bit, I tap off the excess, and I'm going to only fill in the blank spaces because I really don't like to create that exaggerated brow look. My eyebrows are already so dark. Why would I want to give them another shape or add more color? So now that that's set, we're gonna move on to the lips, which I'm going to be using this teeny tiny little MAC lipstick. It's so cute. I got it for my birthday. It's in shade MEHR. I wonder if that's like an Arabic name or something. So we apply it. And voila. Then I take my DIOR Lip Glow in shade 989, and I'm gonna apply that because I want my lips to look glossy. Look at this beauty. Love it. Love, love, love with capital love. Just kidding, with capital letters. And I'm gonna apply a little bit extra in the center so that it looks lumper. And this is it, you guys. This is a final look. I hope you like it. And if you do, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. And don't worry if you like me and many others, fall into the social media trap, because that's exactly what it is, a trap. Social media was designed to become addictive, but nobody thought it was gonna make people this obsessed with it. Therefore, guys, don't you worry, just give yourself a rest. Set yourself a time on when to log into social media and when to not too, so you can live a nice, peaceful life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Namaste. See you again next week on another tutorial on the porcelain plum.